For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately, more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote.
Check the graphic settings of these.
I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through.
Janky.
Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligge.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Well, you're not looking so hot
Thank
yourself, buddy.
What's your message?
I want to trick him.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope you will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
That will do.
All business.
From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. Szulski. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw, Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere.
That's
On
gotta be-
every map.
That's gotta be better, right?
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a
Can you
ride.
still hear me? Can you hear me from
Thank
here
you.
when I talk like this?
Loony.
Dear Anthony, feels like ages have passed since your last letter, or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land, among foreign people, to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind in cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons, and I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constanti. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anilka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. I wonder if they will see each other. Here. I'll just put the mic here like this, and you can hear fine now, right? Dear Yanko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. I like this game already. We have to protect ourselves, have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. So I'm telling you for the last time, go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there, and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Lou. Get involved in the oil business, huh? Alright, cool. This thaumaturge, I possess exceptional perception. Thank you for noticing. You can see things that are hidden from sight, can anticipate the enemy's actions, follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. More? I want more. Ah! Takes us to the, the tutorial. Okay, very good. Yeah, do a right click and it shows him where to go. What's this say? Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August 29 have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals were set out by Minister Alexander Bolyagin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc. In the turmoil, 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Is that where we are? Are we in Tiflis? I wasn't paying attention.
Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
I'm not going to be particularly talkative, I don't think.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there.
Sounds
Past
like a
the little
challenge.
square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Cool. Let's go get drunk with the preacher. Can I go this way? If I hold it down, yeah, I just keep running if I hold it down. That's cool. What's this shit? That's me. Oh, heart. Mind, deed, word. I don't know what any of this means. Flaws. Many people have flaws. Other than me. Many people other than me have flaws. I've heard about this. I've never experienced myself. But only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. So I guess I'm a thaumaturge. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract salutors and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. That doesn't sound right. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in the future. Alright, so I have to nurture my pride. That sounds fine. Oh, hello. Upier. I guess we'll see all of this, I imagine, when it becomes relevant. In the meantime, I'm going the wrong way. No, let's see, I want to check out the edge of the map here. Does it? What happens? Okay, we just can't walk into the mist. Okay. Alright, game. I will stay out of your little mist there. Then I can't talk to most of these people. I can't bother them. That's fine. What kind of man walks around with a book? That's a good question.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. They warm?
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
Is your snummy? We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Uh-oh. We gotta fight. When your enemies lose all their health points, you win the fight. Fair enough. Enemies' health points are shown on bars below their feet. Well, my health points are represented are at the bottom left corner of the screen. Let's fight. Plan your attack. Select the skill icon above your opponent. Okay, I think this one I can get him in one hit, so let's just do that. Oh, he punched me in the gut. I punched him in the gut harder. Oh, he came with a knife, and it hurt me just as hard as the guy that punched me. Okay, that's fine. Once the enemy to interpret. Okay, perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions. To find out what they are planning, unfold the action cue at the top of the screen. Each skill has a speed. I noticed that my one was slow here. Slower skills are more powerful, bringing risk of but are slower. Okay, that guy might hit me first. Okay, fair enough. He's gonna cut me. I'm gonna punch him. Ow. And he's only got 4 points. Yeah, I can just punch him. There he goes.
There's the Ruski is
And I
right.
got an achievement. I don't
They
think that
won't
popped up
report
for
us.
you, but
They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
is that what I am? Some cripple? Can I rotate the camera? No? Okay, what's this? Proletitis Bridzola. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events so agonizing for many be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. I've obtained a thaumaturgy point. What's that do? Actually, you know what? Let's, okay. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available thaumaturgy points that you can spend in the trees. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers with any dimension, and hunt salutors to enable further development. Cool. Let's see, I'm already good at heart, so let's see, I learned gamble. 60% chance of dealing double damage. Restores my focus. Reduces focus by 1 additional point. Okay, that's... And... percent interrupt. That seems pretty good. But... yeah, I think that seems pretty good. Force of word. This is, of course, I'm already with this guy. What's that do? Makes every attack on the enemy. Oh, like that. And then this guy is like, cool. I think we're gonna be better at what we already do and learn to gamble. Skill upgrades. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space, so choose wisely. Okay, so oh, okay. I see. It's like these little chevrons on them. So still do. So 60% of the time, it's like as good as it's almost as good as this. That seems pretty sweet, right? Cool. And all we had to do is beat up a couple of drunk soldiers. I will pet this dog.
Good boy.
Yeah, you are a good boy. News from Yerevan. Correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan Province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. Highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. Governor General's address to the townspeople expected in just the next few days. Oh, Rasputin, huh? So that's not the Rasputin, is it?
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
Oh my god, isn't it?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases, inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
So for the record, Rasputin was almost certainly some kind of rapist. Anyway, I want
If
to...
you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Alright, easy enough.
That's partly the issue I wanted to speak to you about.
Does that mean you give up?
That means I'll try, but I don't know.
All right, all right.
So I'm not
I've met
such a
few of
good
your kind,
thaumaturge.
so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace.
Okay, I think that's as loud
It's a
as I
sort
can
of
make
pattern I would use
the
to
game.
recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. 30 knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. I conclude you are has a magical, magnetic zeal and passion. A man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. There's like a fruit fly.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Thaumaturges possess perception. Make good talk now. Which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must first develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions. Some items you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of three forms, either unknown, I see it for the first, familiar, certain, or certain. Traces can only be revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
Alright, let's take a look around.
Maybe I will try later.
More word. Word, dog. Hair cloth. I can't read the hair cloth. I don't have enough mind.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within it?
Prayer book. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder. But that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Strong conclusion. Rasputin's passion. Who would have thought that this priest had such passions? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Again, historically, the record is pretty clear that he assaulted a number of women. Yeah, this is a video game.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat.
They will remember this.
Tell me again, Why were you looking for me?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Pay.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me.
Oh, good. Then I'll keep my money.
I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here. I need to get out of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
Okay, hold on before we go any further. I'm gonna need a snack. Oh, and I should move. Looks like I should move myself over to here. Maybe up here? Should I be up here? I'll be up here. But I'm gonna go to snack real quick before we continue further.
Fine. You've never grasped the science of
I may have
spotting
just
the
turned up the
perfectly
audio,
obvious.
because it did
Can
get
you
louder.
still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride. And sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Uh-oh. It's not good. Waking up, Rasputin's gone. You're not sure what happened. Not a good sign.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
Am I crunching in the microphone too loudly?
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutor, unbound by a pact. A wild one.
Wild ass salute.
And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch for the one you'd like to track. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious that it eludes even an experienced thaumaturge. No worries. The remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest. Super.
What do we have here?
Doesn't appear to be any. All that stuff is highlighted as soon as you see it. You don't have to like hold down a button to highlight interactable objects like in Baldur's Gate or something. Another of those kinds of memes.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here. Am I sensing?
Salt on the doorstep protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. A thaumaturge point. Oh, that's one of these. putting it into heart, right? We need more heart. We gotta. Oh, so I guess we do that with our next one. Oh, does it? And it. Oh, it goes like very far. Okay, cool. Neat. Dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of motion carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. Yeah, fuck Bogdan. These guys are all fighting here, talking politics. Is that right? Hey, wise woman, did you kill this bird? Did you kill this
Over
goose?
my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Yeah, fuck that.
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
You took him thief.
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs and, well, hell yeah, fight. Okay, both your asses. Classic of the genre. Quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge. Hey,
Why don't
Anatoly,
you
calm
relax
down.
and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
I don't know. I still kind of think fuck Bogdan. Right? So, my dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study, and now you're calling us stupid backwards? You repeat after that rector of yours? Shidiki, that Georgian, your language is the language of dogs. And you want to write to me only in Russian? Child Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. I'm gonna completely slaughter a lot of pronunciation in these notes. It's okay. Diary of an Oblate Priest. They say that every nation has its demons, its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave, but I have gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by God are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Sirmiria, people whispered the name of Bukovac, a cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. Fairy story, you say? But I have seen Bukovac here, in Pyatigorsk. From the rattle of his chains I heard the rattle of his chain and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul. And I felt the fury that this wraith brings with it. The anger from which there is no escape. The taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of the oblate church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. What's up, lady?
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
I don't know, accuse her of shit.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
I don't know what the fuck. Don't apologize to Bogdan. Tramp. Don't call me a tramp. Fuck you up, you slut. Warm coat, huh? Man, you said it, guy. Eastern types come through here. Oh, is this Bogdan? Can I like fuck him up?
I felt something. Where is it?
They'll go gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found.
Oh, Vesna.
That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic, and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
I'll be right back.
thaumaturgy, I can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, you will see... No, the character interaction icon up here in the Ooper. Ooper, was it? Will appear next to the character. Okay. Fair enough. Traces of the coachman. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheel from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job. Such was his fate. Shovel. Traces of ice and mud. Had to free the wagon's wheel from the soft soil that hid it. Let's draw a conclusion. He's tired. He's working hard, and he just wants to rest.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see, to them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafiets.
Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking of a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukavatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A Bukavatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
A lich named Bukovach. Yeah, let's go. Follow our homie Rasputin. I guess he hasn't met.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
The Tsar and his lady Ed.
What do you expect to find in this place? The fire was almost a year ago.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever is carrying the flaw that lured the salutor here.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left in human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I can now catch my next salutor. Make another bond with it, and its power will allow me to start influencing people. Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm now able to catch my second salutor. People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
If I do manage to catch another salutor, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary thaumaturge wouldn't even try it more than once. Only a few have multiple salutors.
Why?
Because they're afraid. Like the ones who claimed humans wouldn't learn to fly or even reach the pole. But the failure of others doesn't mean those people are right. It means a mistake was made somewhere.
Isn't this exactly the sort of thinking that caused your problems that led you to me?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
This time, I've got you with me. Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't stop you.
I felt something. Where is it? I felt something. Maybe I will try later.
I must increase my deed level.
True fear.
The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. I'm gonna increase my deed level so that I can get that thing. Good enough. Excuse me. Oh, what's this? Oh, Rasputin. Cool. My dear sister Legia. The only person I miss while we're away. Oh, it's my twin. That's cute. Alright, I've increased my deed, so I should do this now, right?
So much suffering.
The buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture, pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep all the way to the soul. An old charred belt. I need to increase my word. Oh my word. What's this?
A horrible death.
Horrible death. dried blood stain soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. Lasted for some time, and then the flames paid, and then the pain resounded anew. Yikes. Oh, hello.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give him back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
The same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman back in the market, Vesna. She killed this dude because he was a jerk. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling. Her fingers are stiff from anxiety. And her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. You may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor!
It's that she's a murderer.
I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Oh shit, me and Rasputin gonna have to throw down and
Why
fuck
the
these
hurry,
motherfuckers
Father?
up.
We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Yeah, that's me.
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Hell yeah. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna go cheese. Before we fight. Okay, we're back. I think we just did that, so that's fine. Let's just fight. Fuck these dudes up. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack at an enemy, you must take away all their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Nice. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fighter to end quicker. Select a diversion to lower the enemy's focus. You and your Salutor each have your own separate set of skills. Plan which one you want to use and give the Salutor an appropriate command. intoxication restores health. Bloody penance inflicts damage, targets health points, determine how much damage. The more health points, the higher the. Okay, so that's cool. Reduce focus. Removes all negative states from you. The more inflicts damage, restores your health. Okay. Which is not a breakdown. Alright, well, do that. Focus and put them in a breakdown. Let's give them a concussion. It's not of this world. Stab him with a ghost knife. Oh, he just got fucked up, dude. Oh, man. This town is like not friendly. Recommend visiting this town. Ghost knife. Hell yeah. Smash you in the brain. And down he goes.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Yeah, except hold on, because I just invoked my word. See, and I think that I would rather have my quick attack as an interrupt, and then have it. Oh man, that'd be cool. No, that is maximum damage, and then 60% it does double maximum damage. That'd be pretty sweet, right? Looks like we can't do that. That's fine. Cool. Destroyed door frame. By some miracle it survived. The thick lines of wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door. About hinges finally letting go, they scream into a deaf void. Fear of the flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the doorframe, and trepidation about losing a loved one. This impetuous person has left a trace. Need to find the people that were here on the night the house burned down. Okay. Alright, let's head back. Get out of the way, Gregory. the village. So you don't even say a word now. You're just like, I'm gonna go. There is Vezina.
Am I sensing?
A murderer. Yeah, but
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
But he had it coming.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Oh, and I gotta beat these guys up? I mean, I'm just like gonna beat the shit out of this whole town. Let's fight, dude. Let's do it. Bring it on. So does that work? Is this how this works? Now they're both fucked up.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Hell yeah. Get a sweatshirt. Thinking interferes with the village residents' actions, so much the worse for thinking. Locals are impetuous, irritable, and eager to pick a fight for even the most trivial reason. Something is not right here. It's a Bukovac. Peaceful and happy village? Not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of a Bukovac. Are trying to defend themselves with folk methods. Look, just get out here, bitch. I don't know. I'll beat up whoever else you send at me. Just
I
come
wanted
on
to
and
talk.
lady.
Ma'am, please open the door.
Come on, man.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please, please. Please, please.
Not gonna leave.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave.
Okay.
Please. Please.
So I'm gonna just force my way in, I guess. Alright, that's fine. What is this? Shards of a ceramic disc. Trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Throwing plates. There's something over here.
There are so many words of love inscribed.
Damage axe shaft. The trace it bears does not belong to Vest. It belongs to Luca. Although it's already become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it. A loner by choice with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others. Warm, delicate as rose petals, they betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns. A love that is difficult, but not accepting of violence. Let's make a conclusion. In this house lives a married couple who does not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. They make an explosive couple. They are impulsive, which results in frequent violent arguments. Okay. Luke is a violent man, but he has a sincere love for Vesna. Questionable. Quarrels are one thing, but he would never commit violence against her, as evidenced by the words written on the shaft of the axe. That's good. Should not be doing violence against your loved ones. And, if your loved one is doing violence against you, you should contact them.
Now I know that woman's trace.
There's one person watching,
Vesna
and I
and her
know that
husband
she's not
both left traces of
domestic
themselves in
violence.
Vasily's burned out farmstead. Lucas sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Right? Zombie dude doesn't know. Luca burned the farmstead?
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Ooh, that was a bad one.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He's better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
I have already kicked everyone else's ass in the village. I'm not worried about your little Luca, alright? It's clear that it's not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Lucan must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. You see, he's a poisonous spider? However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night of the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Was that so hard, lady? And I'm gonna save this point for when I can like use it I need it for a thing, right? Box is marked with words of love, sweetest kisses. The names of Vesna and Luca intertwine, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from damp and rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. Yep, right, I can cast curses.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
See Luca Bogosian.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
It's gonna hit me with an axe.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
Yeah, cut off his head.
What?
Wait.
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Oh no, it's
Unless
Vesna.
you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could.
Oh, she's such a bitch.
Get out of here!
Here you are.
There you are.
Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Nice, cool. I like him. Whoa, he's big. Fighting wild salutors. You must first get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when wild salutor sends more enemies against you. Alright, we better just do this. watch as Cufford entered the suffering state, they can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Don't get caught off guard. Okay, what's that mean? 2 damage at the end of every round in stacks. Okay. Ghost sword. And then sucker punch. Oh, I did. There we go. I know we have to. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay, this one's easy to fight. This is Luca and Vesna here, right? I guess who's the other one? Luca. What's that behind you? Alright, then you get knocked down, and then you get rotten veto. And down you go. Distracted. It's so scary, there's a scary, scary ghost up in this shit. Just rub our little book, and you don't know what the fuck to do. And then let's punch this woman. Let's knock this woman out. Acquire the flaw of vehemence.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Taming a Salutor. You defeat Bukovac, the D-Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your order, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable. Hell yeah.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you alright?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
No, that's not
And
what
you,
we need to
why
do.
are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? No, you don't need to see this.
Oh, wow, those hands are fucked up.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, exactly. Beat it, you scoundrels. There's enough blood in this village already.
Sharing a village with murderers? You were the first to spill blood! It's not the same. If that's the case, you're banished from the village. Get out of here! We'll burn away the impurity you left in our village. Phew.
Well, it's fine. She feels feels bad because now that she has to face consequences for her action. That's something that happens. Bad people do sometimes. But at least I got me a Bukovac.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
No.
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. Things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Alright. So these guys are like Bugs Bunny.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Oh, Dad's dead, huh? That's a bummer. Or is it? I don't know about Shulsky's relationship with his father.
Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your
No reason
treatment,
to
when
lie.
I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Your question sounded like a threat.
Because it is, for all of us. I have the skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Alright, taking Rasputin to Warsaw with us. Taking our new friend to our dad's funeral.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw!
Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Kind of weird looking here. It's a cool vest I'm wearing though.
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials.
Hell yeah.
They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then.
Damn right.
Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and politics.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the whores.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
I should hide the mouse cursor. After a second.
When people unite, empires fall.
I hope this whole game just ends up being like a deep dive on like the third partition. that's a good start. I'm gonna go ahead and save it there and close out for the night. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll play again soon. Get back into do some more of this again real soon. All right, cheers.